I'm back. I know I have been AFK for a couple months now. I started a new job and finally training is over. I now get my schedule about a month in advance so I can actually make quality content for you guys. But today we are going to be talking about something different than I thought I would talk about. Instead, we're talking about Bohemian Grove instead of episode 2 of All of Us Are Dead spoilers. But don't worry, that is coming. Make sure you watch the first video before coming to the second video. But today we're going to be talking about the conspiracy theories revolving around the infamous Bohemian Grove. So let's get into it. Before the video begins, I do want to warn you, this has to do with child sacrifice, harm of children, and harm of adults. If you are worried about any of that, if that's triggering to you, or this isn't your type of video, it's okay to skip. I appreciate you. Have a great day, and I love you so much. Stay safe. If you don't know what Bohemian Grove is a 2,700 acre island in the middle of Monte Rio, California, where it is completely closed off. There are military personnel on there all the time, and the trees hide everything. And the theory is, and it has been proven, that very higher up people, including Ronald Reagan, have been there. And all these discussions go on at this giant dinner party. There's lanterns and fires and just everything. But what actually goes on within the trees of Bohemian Grove? We're going to talk about that along with the history of it. So let's sit in and we're going to be talking about what Bohemian Grove actually is. Now, the island was established in 1878, but Henry Williams started the Bohemian Club. Now, this is the membership part of everything, where you had to pay a lot of money to become a member at this private club area. It is a very expensive club to get in. It is $33,000 for one membership for one person. $33,000. Can we just take that in for a second? $33,000. That is insane amount of money for a membership. And don't forget, memberships, you gotta pay that like every month. I can barely afford my Netflix bill. Is a theory that the Manhattan Project was discussed here on September 1942. And the Manhattan Project was one of the bigger things, well, one of the biggest things actually that happened in the world in 1942. And it's theorized that these higher ups, royals, presidents, celebrities, they all come and just discuss everything, their secrets, their plans for the future, everything. And like I said before, Ronald Reagan was even seen at this Bohemian Grove cult. I don't know what it is, what they would call it, but he was a member of this club. Now we're going to talk about the actual memberships themselves, because this is how they get all their funding for Bohemian Grove. And I literally wrote it down because the amount of facts about just the memberships alone is insane. So first of all, I was wrong in the first beginning of this, because it's not $33,000, it's $25,000 for one membership. And keep in mind, there has been no females allowed for a membership, no females whatsoever. It's all rich, powerful men, and women are not allowed to be on this island after a certain time. So it's $25,000 for one membership, and the wait list, it's 33 years long. Can we take that in for a second? 33 years long. Like, some people can't wait in line for 5 minutes. 33 years. What is going on at this camp that is literally making people wait 33 years just to walk through the Bohemian of trees? Isn't that insane? Because I literally was reading that and I was like, there's no way. So members can bring guests because they have this thing called the Spring Jinx. It's their yearly spring festival, and they can bring their wives, children, anything. They can bring them, but there is a rule. All minors and women must leave the camp by 9 and or 10 o'clock. It depends on who's there, and they can tell them to leave by 9 or 10 o'clock. All minors and women are to leave, so it's just the men discussing all these things. And they don't discuss any of these powerful things when the women are around. So if you've been a member for Bohemian Grove for 40 years, you become something called an old guard. I apologize. You are called an old guard once you are 40 years into your membership, and you are to be there. You are allowed to be there even though that you're not in power anymore. You can be there for all discussions, all dinners, all discussions. Your place in Bohemian Grove is set in stone at that point. And that's just insane to me. 40 years, and you have 40 years of secrets just built up. Like, what do you do? But they also chant every time they meet. They have a saying, and it's from William Shakespeare's Midnight Summer: "Weaving spiders, come not here." They have to chant that because that is their motto. And to become a member, you have to be recommended by somebody. So not only are you waiting 33 years to get into Bohemian Grove's membership club, you have to be recommended by a specific person that is a part of the Bohemian Grove club, which I couldn't even imagine being recommended and then being told I have to wait 33 years and pay $25,000 for that. Insane. Now, the Grove is made, like, its whole landscape is made up by 7 different kind of, not stations, but there's 7 different landmarks that all kind of play a part in Bohemian Grove. So the first one is the Grove stage, and it has 2,000 seats for everyone. And apparently they put on this play every year, and it started right, like, I want to say 3 years after World War II. And they have a whole orchestra come in. There's pianos and musicians and artists, and they put on this play every year. Just they don't even say rhyme or reason. It's just a certain play that they do every year. There's the field circle, which if that doesn't sound like a cult, I don't know what does. The campfire circle, where those two are mainly for entertainment, chatting, setting up campfires. The museum stage, which again is just another stage for the stinking play. We don't know what the play is. There is a dining circle, which has 1,500 seats for people to eat all simultaneously. They eat at the same times. They are given meals, everything. They have private chefs that come here. There's the clubhouse. So the clubhouse, that's probably where they party and everything. And then the owl shrine. And we're going to get into the owl shrine here in a few minutes. Now, the two main theories all kind of go around with each other. And so the main theory is that in 1984, they started to theorize that they were doing child sacrifices. Now, I do know that this is a very, very hard topic for people, but it is a theory that has been going on forever. And not just kids, they've been doing human sacrifices too. They say that there's this huge fire because people have broken into Bohemian Grove to catch a glimpse of what these people are doing, but sometimes they get caught. And they say that they build this huge fire in front of this owl shrine. Why they chose an owl, they think it's based off of the god of basically power and protection of these heinous things that they're doing if they are doing them. And that sacrificing a human and or a child is giving that sacrifice to the god to give them the power that they want. And could you, do they, especially, that's so horrifying in my opinion. You don't know. We know that, Jeffrey Epstein, for example, he was just this guy who would take random girls and just, I can't even imagine. It's heartbreaking to think about that this child gets kidnapped and now, or person, woman, guy, and they're sacrificed in front of all these rich and powerful people, and they can't even, it's horrifying to think about. And then there's the lakeside talks, where at the lakeside, all these powerful people will just talk. And it gets to the point where people will stand in front of all the others on another freaking stage, because they just love putting stages in this place, and they will pitch their ideas and see what people think about them. So someone from an entirely different country could propose something, and all the other ones will just listen, and then the next one will go up. Now we are going to end this video with a direct quote from Philip Wise's article that he did on Bohemian Grove, because he was allowed to go into Bohemian Grove. You know you're inside Bohemian Grove when you come down a trail in the woods and hear piano music from amid a group of tents, and then round a corner to see a man with a beer in one hand urinating into the bushes. This is the most gloried in ritual of empowerment, the freedom of powerful men to pee whenever they like. So it's just like I said, there's no women. No women in the history of Bohemian Grove have been able to get a membership. So what's going on in Bohemian Grove? Have you guys heard about Bohemian Grove? Because I've been hearing about Bohemian Grove. I've said Bohemian Grove so many times in this video. But I have heard so many theories about it. I remember hearing theories about it when I was a kid. I know I'm 21 now, but years ago, I'm talking like middle school, I was hearing theories about Bohemian Grove, and they used to scare me half to death at the idea of all these rich and powerful people are just exchanging secrets on this island. Like, you don't know what's going on there, and it's just another thing for people to think about. Why are they building these huge bonfires? Why are these all these owl shrines and a 20-foot owl statue in front of this stage? And 2,000 seats. Why is getting a membership to this place for $25,000 so important? Why is there a 33-year-long wait list to get into this club? What is happening? Who is recommending? Who is recommended? Who is honorable in this? And who are the old guards? There's so many questions about Bohemian Grove that are just unanswered in the world. And I know I couldn't find the name, but back in, I want to say 2020, a gentleman actually broke into Bohemian Grove. I don't think he broke in, or he was a guest. It's really fuzzy. I couldn't find news of it anywhere. And he made a video and posted it to TikTok and was saying basically they are doing these heinous child sacrifices, and they are just horrendous. And he basically said, if anyone sees this, this is what they're doing and this is what's happening. But we'll never know, because we were not in Bohemian Grove when that happened. It will only know if the person is able to see it and or they come out with an exposure of things. So what did you guys think? Because I think Bohemian Grove, in my opinion, is one of the most confusing, conspiracy-filled places of the world. I would want to know what's going on in Bohemian Grove, but I really don't want to find out, because if any of these theories are true, don't want to be a part of it. So what do you guys think? Because I would love to know. Make sure you like and subscribe. I will be more active now that I'm back. And I love you all so much. Thank you for the support. Episode 2 of All of Us Are Dead, full spoilers, oh my god, will be coming up soon. I love you guys so much. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.